This is my audience. Okay. Hi, my name is Brooke Hollinger, and this is my first introduction speech about my hometown. So how many of you guys lived in a hometown that was big, like Chicago or Indianapolis? Did you guys enjoy the big city life? That's awesome. But I grew up in a tiny town, so I'm going to give you some insight into what it's like to live in a small town. So I grew up in Crawfordsville, Indiana, which is pretty much smack dab in the middle of the state, kind of off to the west a little bit. There are only 16,000 people in my entire town, so my high school is pretty small. The founder of Crawfordsville was Major Ambrose Whitlock, and he founded it in 1823. So I actually live out in the country. I don't really live in my town. I live about 20 minutes from town. I'm surrounded by a bunch of cornfields, but it's still considered my town, and I live like 20 minutes away. So it's kind of a drive. I'm going to tell you kind of about what there is to do in my town and the population, my high school, things of that sort of nature. So I've actually lived there my entire life. I've never lived anywhere else. So I know a lot of people move around, but I've been there for a good 20 years, going solid. There are 4 grade schools that actually make up my high school, and in my entire county, there are only 3 high schools. So in my high school, my graduating class was only 118 people. And what's kind of unique about my high school is that you go to grade school from kindergarten to 6th grade, and then there's a junior high, which is only 7th and 8th grade, and then you go to high school. But my junior high is connected to my high school. So you kind of get to experience high school before you even go to high school. So in Crawfordsville, there are movie theaters and restaurants, of course. There's a bowling alley, but there's restaurants such as like sit down, like Applebee's and Pizza Hut, things like that. There's a bunch of fast food restaurants, but there's also like hole in the wall little diners and cafes, kind of. There's kind of like a similar, like smaller Starbucks. It's called the Joshua Cup, and then there's little delis, and there's one called Bigger's Cafe. Just small sort of things like that are there. There's actually a zip lining place in Crawfordsville, so not a whole lot of towns have that. For a small town, that's kind of neat. It's kind of outside of Crawfordsville, but it's still there. And then Wabash College is actually located in Crawfordsville. So there's Wabash, Indiana, but Wabash College is an all-male college, and in 2008, it was actually ranked number 12 in undergraduate schools in the United States. So that's kind of neat. There are 2 big things that happen in Crawfordsville. There's a Strawberry Festival. So it is like just a small festival. It has a bunch of entertainment, like live music, and there's a bunch of games for little kids, and there's a bunch of good food, like elephant ears and all that kind of stuff. And then Crawfordsville is really known for the Ironman, which is a huge GNCC race, and it features anywhere from small little tykes to actually professional racers. And there are dirt bikes and 4-wheelers and that kind of stuff. And it's actually outside of town. It's in a bunch of cornfields and wooded area, but it's an entire weekend, and it's every fall, and it's extremely muddy, and the whole town is muddy. So anywhere you go to eat or shop or anything like that, there's always muddy trucks and muddy people running around. And so that brings in a lot of attraction for Crawfordsville. And so, like I stated, Crawfordsville only has 16,000 people in the entire town. So it's pretty small, but it's where I grew up. It's my hometown. And so I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you got some insight into something that you didn't know before. Thank you. This is my audience again.